What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Marcus Washington, and you're on the mark where we talk everything Falcons football. Man, I swear I'm not going to keep y'all long today. Not going to keep y'all long tonight. Um, I'm going to try to find words for this. I am, man. And, I'm going to try to do this in a calm manner because I don't want to. I don't want people to hit me up. Man, he's always fire and brimstone. Blah 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 blah. Fam, y'all got to get these coaches out of here. Y'all got to get these. Y'all got to get Raheem. Y'all got to get Zach up out of here. Y'all got to. Bro, 10 points. 10 points. Their secondary came in banged up. When I said earlier in the season, you have to start using the team. You can't keep using Bijan all this much. This is what I mean. What happens when Bijan doesn't have a good game? I don't even blame the rest of the players. They haven't fucking touched the ball all year. So I'm at a point now, fam. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm ready for the season to be over with. Atlanta ain't making no fucking playoffs. They don't deserve it. Whatever it takes at this point to get Raheem Morris out of here, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of this offense not showing up. A lot of people are gonna put it on the defense, man. Defense. They got outworked by one guy. Christian McCaffrey had a goddamn outstanding game, but it's not like we're talking about a bum ass player. And they still only scored 20 fucking points. That ain't even 3 touchdowns. You scored 10 points. And the defense gave you a turnover, by the way. I'm at a point where it is what it is, bro. Whatever it takes to get Raheem out of here, I'm with it. Penix looked like utter trash. This is the first game Penix played. He actually pissed me off. I don't want this smiling after every incomplete or every third and out. I'm tired of seeing that shit. But again, this is coaching. Oh boy. And the fact we got a lot of games left. Zach is not the guy. This is proof. If Bijan isn't firing on all cylinders, Zach's trash. Bijan came in averaging 150 yards. All-purpose yards. 150 yards. This is what happens when you stop them. This is what our offense really looks like. Right here. And I've been telling y'all, Bijan has been covering for Zach Robinson's poor play calling. Dude, you got beat by a defense. You got beat by a team. Bro, you got beat by goddamn a quarterback that got kicked out of New England. And Mac Jones. They didn't have Ayuk. They just got Kittle back. This the team y'all got beat by. Zach came in knowing the secondary was banged up. And instead of attacking the secondary, it's Bijan. So I'm at a point, man, whatever it takes to get these guys out of here, man. And here's what I hate about it. Zach Robinson, he's gone this year anyway, which is good. But he gets to land in a cush college job for being fucking mediocre. Raheem does not need another head coaching job anywhere. I don't know how you explain this. And when you look at the fact that we beat Buffalo, we should have beat the brakes off of Buffalo. We're playing down every team we play, fam. We're playing down to their level. They should have beat the 49ers. But when you can contain Bijan, this is what your offense looks like, Atlanta. Right here. Right here. This is true Zach Robinson play calling without Bijan. And this should be scary. And I don't mean in a good way. This should be scary. If Bijan isn't putting up 150 all-purpose yards, this what your offense looks like. 10 points. So while people were putting up memes, we're number one in total defense, number two in total offense. Bro, we scored 30 once? I told y'all Zach was on a probationary period. I did not not for no Zach. But it is what it is, man. I just, boy, being a Falcons fan is tough. It's tough. And it's even worse now that you got a roster that can do some things and you just got fucking quagmires in important positions. When this season is over, officially, I don't want another first time any fucking thing. Anything. And if I'm declaring it now, fam. When Raheem gets fired, if Atlanta hires a first time anything, I am boycotting next season. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass. I am boycotting next season. Because it's like, how do you keep repeating the same thing? Zach doesn't have experience. It shows. Raheem should have never been our coach. It's showing. Jimmy Lake last year was in over his head. It showed. That's why he got fired. And the D got to catch some strays. Y'all had one job. Stop Christian McCaffrey. There was a fucking third down. I don't know who left Christian McCaffrey wide open. Force Mac Jones to beat you with his arm. They failed to do that tonight. But even still, they only put up 20 points. But take a good look at this. If Bijan is not averaging 150 yards, fam, this is your fucking offense. This is why you got to spread the ball around. But I'm done with the first timers. I'm done with them. I'm fucking done with them. I'm done with them. We need a proven coach. Now, since your boy's been here, he has a losing record, which shouldn't be surprising to Raheem Morris. With all the tools in the tool belt, 10 points ain't gonna cut it for me, bro. I'm fucking sorry. 10 points ain't. And this defense gave you a couple of chances to jump up. They gave you a couple of chances. Even with Christian McCaffrey going off tonight, the defense gave you a couple of chances to come up. And y'all just offensively, y'all were like, no thanks. Penix is still young. He needs to start using his goddamn legs. The time, I mean, Jesus Christ, he takes a 5 or 6 step drop back and stays there. No movement, just stays there. Bruh, you are fast enough to get yards. Just right now, man, we're a dumpster fire because we're not consistent. The only thing consistent about this team is they're going to be inconsistent. We don't know what we get next week. We don't know what we get next week. I kind of knew we were in trouble in the first quarter when we held that ball for 8 fucking minutes and we were 17 plays in and it just felt like we were going nowhere. But the fact that you knew their secondary was banged up, their whole defense was banged up. And you just, again, Bijan gonna do everything. Drake London, pedestrian game. Kyle Pitts, think he had seven catches out of nine targets. Darnell Mooney, awful. I think Mooney might have got targeted 3 or 4 times. Should have caught that long ball, but whatever. And here's the crazy part. Raheem Morris thought so highly of this offense. He sent Ray Ray home. Ray could have been used for this game, bro. Send him home. And then said, we don't know if he's going to be back or not. Bruh, I don't know if you're going to be back or not. I actually don't want you here. I'll take Ray. I don't want you here. Or Zach. Zach was on probation for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's how trash he is. 2 weeks. He was on probation. Then he pulled this shit. So, yeah, man, I'm a struggle with this one. I'm a struggle with this. Jay Lana said Mooney had 5 targets. And I'm a struggle with this one, not because we lost, but how we lost. This team looked flat. This offense was non-existent. And the D couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey. But yet and still, they only gave up 20. They gave you a turnover. And this offense been playing like this kind of sort of all year like this. The only difference is Bijan has been putting over 150 a game. So because of Bijan's greatness, it has covered up a lot of shit. A lot of play calling. Like I said. How do you, Zach Robinson, have no answer for a depleted defense? And shout out to the 49ers, man. They banged up. Got 5 wins on the year. They banged up and got 5 wins. Say what you want about Kyle Shanahan. He knows how to use the people on the field. Complete contrast to our coach. But to be completely honest, man, Raheem Morris was in over his head. I still want to know what was said at that interview that blew Rich McKay's mind and Arthur Blank's mind. I really want to know at this point. Because to be quite honest, y'all could have kept Arthur Smith for this shit. But It is what it is, man. I saw somewhere somebody said this is what you get when you brag on this team. And I believe that because that's what Raheem Morris does. But he can't put a consistent product out there on the field. Struggles to do that. So where do we go from here? Honestly, where do we go from here? We just lost primetime game. We looked terrible. We looked worse. And I'm not bullshitting. We looked worse than we did in Carolina offensively. Even though we didn't score a fucking point. Carolina had most of their horses on defense. But my God, Penix has to learn. And then so let me address a couple of plays. The intentional grounding, panic throw. He had a couple of those tonight. But the last Christian McCaffrey touchdown, boy, when I tell you, I lost my mind when I saw that because I'm like, I know good and goddamn well that should be a penalty. An offensive lineman cannot pull you in any fucking direction. They can't pull you, which is what we saw. That counted as a touchdown. That should have been a 10-yard penalty. That play got me so hot, I Googled the rule that states that they can't do that. Because I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. I know if there was a rule change I ain't know about, okay. Bro, it's still on the books. So I'm like, okay. San Francisco got gifted a touchdown, but that don't even matter. They would have won the fucking game anyway because we couldn't do nothing offensively. But it's to a point now, man, where, again, I don't know where you go from here because this should be, if Atlanta was serious, let me just keep it a stack. If Atlanta was serious, Zach Robinson would be fired after this game. He would. Because if I'm a GM or I'm a head coach, what I'm seeing is if our generational talented running back has a bad game, this is going to be the end result. And this is Zach on the field. Now, if we take a look at the Buffalo game and the Washington game, we should have beat the brakes off both those teams. Those teams somewhat had a little bit of life left in the second half. And in the Buffalo game, Zach wasn't playing to win. He was playing to preserve the lead. But this is a hard one, bro. I think this was probably the roughest loss of the season. I'm just not even going to front. I'm not going to even front. Because Carolina is looking like a pretty decent team now. They got 4 dubs on them. I mean, they played a bad team, but that's what you're supposed to do to a bad team. If you can't take advantage of a team where their defense is absolutely decimated, not only did you not take advantage, they look good against your number 2 ranked offense. This team is bad Wi-Fi. That's what it is. It's bad Wi-Fi. When they got a good connection, a stable connection is good. But you don't know when that connection gonna go off. That's what Atlanta is right now. Bad fucking Wi-Fi. And we need a new carrier. Nobody's crazy enough to sit in the house with bad Wi-Fi. But unfortunately for us, we stuck with this service until the higher ups terminated. This is year 2 for Raheem. Same product put out there on the field, and you got better players. Your problem last year was your defense was ass. That was the problem last year. Your defense was ass. Now it's your offense. So what that tells me is you picked 2 guys for the job that are absolute ass. You got rid of one of them, and you jumped to the best. Well, I don't know if we're the best defense after this game, but you was number 1. That's the first guy we got rid of that you brought in here. That was absolute ass. You still kept one. This offense can't fucking score, bruh. $10 points, man. That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can. I honestly don't want to watch the Falcons press conference, man, because we already know what's going to be said. We already know. You know, we didn't come out. We came out flat. We didn't come out to play today. I got out coached. You know that we already know. This guy's telling you he ain't meant for the job. If you keep getting out coached, what is that telling us? Hold on, let me put this on the screen, man. Bro, this loss right here. This was bad. This was bad. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. But I can already tell you. Zach Robinson trending on Twitter. He should be. But you know, you got to get somebody in there, man, that can coach this young quarterback up. You got to, man. But Penix has to start using his goddamn legs. Him standing in the backfield like a damn stat, brother. I'm losing my mind watching that. I'm like, bro, if it ain't nothing open, start running. What's up? The coach's corner said our offense wasn't good last year either. It was Kirk playing out of his mind and doing his own thing. Yeah. Country says, yo, Marcus, what's up, my guy? How's the move? Long. It was just me, basically, but I got it done. I got it done. Man, it would be funny. Boogie says, how do you not attack over the top of the? Yeah. But I mean, that could be a Penix situation too. Well, I was sitting there and I'm like, after losses like this, we should take we should have like a Judge Joe Brown segment to bring us back down to reality. Because I think the last 2 weeks that Buffalo pack was sweet. It was sweet. This is, boy, Judge Joe Brown to come on. I told you guys, I don't know why you keep rooting for this team. This team will let you down. You got an offensive coordinator who doesn't know what he's doing. You got a head coach who's in over his head. And he should have never been given the title of head coach, but that's the way things go. Back then, they didn't want Bill Belichick, who's got so many rings he can put one on his dick. But we're in a situation now where everybody's in an uproar, and we have to deal with the situation that is unattainable. Just keep it real, man. God, this one's so painful. I can't even yell. It's like I want to yell, but I feel like I'd just be wasting my breath. And another thing, we need to talk about this Rich McKay situation. He's been here since the 10 Commandments were written on stone. And now we're wondering, why is he still here? I understand, you put your friends in high places, and that's what a lot of these owners do. But, at this point, this man's not only kidnapping a paycheck, he's holding the team for ransom. You need to get some people in here who have prior experience. See, listen, before I was a judge, I was a lawyer for 300 years. And before I was a television courtroom judge, I sat on the bench for about 250 years. So, I don't know why this press conference is taking so goddamn long. But, can't trust this team, man. You can't trust this team. Till you get some stability at the coaching position. Because we still don't know what our identity is. We still don't know. Keonis says, did that Diablo injury change the game plan, or Kyle just attacked the soft spot? CMC was running wild with Diablo in there. They just couldn't stop him. And then when they were able to stop San Francisco, the offense couldn't do anything. This is what, fam, listen. I'm going to keep saying this till the cows come home. Matt Ryan's MVP season. He hit 13 different people for touchdowns. 13. You had no idea where that ball was going. It was spread out everywhere. That's what made us so dangerous. We got those weapons right now, and we only rely on Bijan. That's a problem. And listen, I campaigned for Bijan. That was one of the picks I got right. But the overuse, honestly, you're throwing your offense off rhythm too. If Bijan's going to touch the ball this many times, defenses start zoning in on that. And these other teams, they probably already know Zach Robinson trash. He asked as a coordinator, he's not going to adjust. Basically, at the end, Penix was playing hero ball. No screens. There's everybody streaking down the middle, or streaking down the field. Fuck it. If I find somebody, I find it. That was our that was our plays with the 2 minutes. Oh, Ray, yes, I was gonna get to that. The cow pit screening plays need to be trashed. I have no idea why that's even in the playbook. Cause it's either a loss. Well, it's not either. He loses yards. They don't ever have it blocked up right. And I'm like, Kyle Pitts isn't fast enough for the screen. And why is it always on the edges? But again, this is what happens when you have a shit coordinator. But again, Judge Joe Mathis says it best, man. See, nobody walks around with cancer and knows that they have cancer and doesn't do anything about it. So you have to learn how to uh, express the diagnosis and then go get treatment to get rid of the cancer. You just don't sit at the house and let the cancer overtake you because you've just given up on life. No, you don't do that. You go, get chemo or get a second opinion to make sure everything's on the up and up so you can plan accordingly. See, the Falcons right now, they have a cancer. And it's diabolical to think that you would sit here with this cancer till the end of the damn season. So you had a lot of people that looked at this. Okay, let me shut the hell up.
How y'all doing? Um, I feel like we had a lot
Let
of
me know if y'all
opportunities to
can hear
win this
that.
game today. I feel like we didn't capitalize on the big time ones. The big fourth down. Late in the game, and it's at different times. Just small things that we missed as an offense to be able to come out victorious today. I feel like the defense gave us a lot of opportunities to take advantage of. The opportunity that we had, which was to get the league, and we just didn't capitalize whenever we needed to. I don't know. I feel like that's something we got to go look at the film and see what it was and how we can be better in that aspect. But I don't know. We'll have to check the film out to see what it looks like. I mean, what we ultimately want to do and want to be, we want to win. I feel like whenever you try to think about it as like, okay, we couldn't run today, so we weren't like at the end of the day we got to find a way to win. If it's on the ground, if it's in the air, whatever it takes, that's what we got to do. And they did do good in the run game. The 49ers, they did good in the run game. Like you said, but we got to find a way. We got to find a way. We got too many good players on this team to not find a way. Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I just got rolled up on. I feel good right now, and um, we just keep it pushing. Huh? I don't even remember. I guess we'll find out.
Right before the half, did you think you were outside the box on that throw?
I don't know. I don't know. We feel like we was in an ozone situation, which is basically, have either we got a completion or we don't, and get rid of the ball, and that's just what we taught in that situation. And um, I don't know. I just can't. I didn't. I knew I couldn't take a sack in that situation right there. But obviously the 10-second run off didn't help. So
Does it feel like that kind of night that there were, 6 or 7 plays that you just didn't make today? That would have been
For sure, for sure. Like I said, man, I feel like the defense gave us a lot of opportunities. They had a lot of big time stops, and like you said, man, we got to take advantage of those key plays, those big time moments, if we want to win football games.
What were they doing to take Drake away?
What were they doing to take Drake away?
Yeah, he only have 4.
Yeah, I don't know. That's something I have to go look at the film and see. But a player like Ken, we got to find a way to get him the ball, and we will.
Were you surprised after coming off the Buffalo game last 2 weeks that we had so much momentum that didn't continue this week? I know y'all played pretty good all week.
The football, it's the NFL. It's tough. It's hard to win. But we do everything throughout the week to strive to do that. And today we fell short. And now all we can do is go back to the drawing board and find a way to win next week. All right, thank y'all.
All right, so that was Penix. Basically echoing what I said. Defense gave them opportunities. They did absolutely nothing with those opportunities. Nothing. And when you get a pick by Caden Ellis, that should be a momentum swing. And it was just Atlanta just never had momentum. All right, I guess that's over with. I don't know if Raheem talked. I really don't give a damn. At this point, Raheem is dead to me as far as a Falcons fan. Dead to me. I'm ready to get him off the squad. Because too many times in the last 2 years, this team has come out just like this, flat, not ready to play. And every game is a dogfight. Every game is a dogfight. Even when we're dominant, I still feel like teams have an opportunity in the fourth quarter. Buffalo did. Our defense just stood tall. Because our offense damn sure didn't do anything extravagant. They should be beating the brakes off these teams. Washington didn't have their quarterback. So maybe, just maybe, Ray was on to something. The wrong guy got fired. We all know this. Your offense is playing like trash. And y'all go after that coach? So Ray probably knew. Y'all fired the wrong guy. The wrong guy, the guy y'all should have fired, is still here. On the sidelines getting bailed out by Bijan's extraordinary play. But now, looking at this game, let's look at Bijan's numbers real quick. Because I think at one time when they showed the rushing numbers, Bijan was like at 40, and Christian McCaffrey was like over 120 or something like that. So let's take a peek here. So Bijan ended up with 40 yards rushing. He averaged 2.9. 2.9. And caught 6 passes for 52 yards. So they shut him down in the run game. So for people that were against what I'm saying, do you finally see what I'm saying now? Bijan has been bailing Zach out. This goes to show you, if Bijan is not playing at an all-world level, this guy can't call a game to save his life. And I think this is a hiccup. I think Bijan will get right back on track. I mean, he still had damn near 100 yards, almost 100 yards total. But I'm pretty sure Bijan ain't gonna have no 40 yards next week. But, whoo, yeah, man, I'm gonna go on ahead and cut it. To get your head beat in like this, and this is a game you should have won. People thought we should have beat Carolina before we went in there, and we got our heads blown off. Yet we beaten Buffalo, but Buffalo was what they were without a lot of horses. But even with that, if our defense does not listen, let me describe what a great offensive coordinator is. You look at our defense now. Our defense has played all world pretty much the entire season. This wasn't their best showing, but they only surrendered 20 points. Right? Ask yourself this question. If Jimmy Lake is our defensive coordinator, what do you think our record would be? If it's worse than what it already is, your OC really ain't doing your DC any favors. Now, if we're putting up 29, 30 points and losing, which we wouldn't, because we'd probably be fucking undefeated if we were putting up 28, 29 points, with the exception of Carolina. Todd says D-Led said our defense is best in the league. They couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey. I'm almost not mad at that because it is fucking Christian McCaffrey, man. I mean, there are some players that they go off. And this was his night to go off. Still a little disappointed at the fact that we could not stop him, but the defense gave this offense opportunities. It was 10-13, and our offense had the ball. So we had a chance to tie or take the lead. Nothing. So the defense isn't the issue. The issue is offense. And again, Michael Penix, this was a terrible game. But again, you have to have people in his ear. If it ain't there, take off. Don't sit back there for 10 or 15 fucking seconds. Dude, I swear when Penix drops back to pass, it seems like it takes an eternity. Move around. You don't have to stay in the same place, bruh. You don't have to stay in the same place. You can move to your left, which I prefer you to do because you're left-handed, or you can move to the right. If it ain't there, move. Get a couple yards. You can still throw it out of bounds. See, these are the things that a young QB, some come equipped with it, some don't. Penix likes to stay in the pocket. That much is clear. We have to break him the fuck out of that because he can run. And to me, I would prefer him doing that because I feel like he's probably going to get hurt because he's staying in the pocket for that long. And again, some players had to learn how to use their legs. And then special teams is what it is, man. Nothing to see there. Dom says, who we got on the schedule? I ain't keeping up with it at this point. Playing week to week. Let me pull that up, fam. Pull that up and I'm taking my ass to sleep. All right. So, boop, 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 boop. All right, this is who we got. Next, we got the Dolphins. That ain't even guaranteed. I think the Dolphins are like 1-6 or something like that. The Patriots have become a problem. The Colts have become a problem with Daniel Jones, more or less. They've become, these two teams right here are now a problem. So with the way we played if we play like we played tonight for the rest of the season, this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a loss, this is a loss. At this point, you could potentially lose all of these games if you don't right this fucking ship. At this point, to me, the season kind of wrapped up. It's packed up. To me, just personally, to me, the season wrapped up already. I don't see Atlanta's offense exploding. I just don't. Because if you look at the games we previously played, 24-14, 34-27, 0, 22 points, and 23. So we're not exactly blowing the socks off of anybody. We should beat Miami. Miami seems like they've already packed it in. They're done dealing. They already look that way. But this is Atlanta. Patriots is going to be a hard game. The Colts is going to be a hard game. And that's in the morning. That's 9:30 in the morning. Then you got the Panthers, who blew your ass out. I'm circling this game right here. If you lose this game right here, Raheem should be fired. I don't care who you put in as an interim coach because the season's pretty much over anyway. If you lose to the Panthers the second time, he should be fired. You put in your interim. We're probably going to beat the Saints. Saints look like they're playing for a draft position at this point. You should beat the Jets because the Jets look like they right behind. Well, actually, the Jets are in front of them. They haven't won a game yet. So these two teams are playing for draft position, 1 and 2. You should take care of business on both of them. Seahawks, and this is if you get an interim coach in here. I'm not a believer of Raheem Morris. I'm not one of those guys who, when we got him, I was cheering. I actually questioned that. And then I said, okay, man, whatever, we got him. Let's roll. Let's roll with it. And now look at where we at. But the Patriots and the Colts, them ain't no cakewalks. And to be honest, the Dolphins could sneak up and whoop you. This is how I look at it. These 4 games right here, Raheem should be fired by November 16th. If you have a losing record by November 16th, he should be fired. I don't care who. Bruh, you can put Winnie the Pooh as our coach at that point, with a bowl of honey on the sideline. I don't care who you put there. You can give me a generated AI Tupac. I don't care. This is not the guy, dog. And he wasted 2 fucking years of this team. And if that pisses me off. He wasted 2 years because he's not the guy. Not only did he waste 2 years, he picked 2 of arguably the worst people to be coordinators with 0 experience. So by the 16th, he should be up out of here. There are no excuses, unless you catch fire and you go on a run. But the thing is, this team is so inconsistent. They don't know what fire is. There's no consistency in this. Be honest, fam. Y'all don't know what team's showing up next Sunday. We don't know. We have no idea. So with that being said and done, fam, your boy is going to get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody coming on the live, the live in the comment section, man. I always appreciate everybody in the comment section. To the people that catch this on replay, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm still gonna sleep like a baby tonight, but I might wake up and cry a little bit. I might wake some motherfuckers up in the middle of the night, but it is what it is, man. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of the night and a great week. I'm out of here. Peace.